In this tutorial, I will explain each lines of code.
Hello everybody, this is King Tut here and welcome to the video. If you find this video for the first time and you're on YouTube or BitChute, be sure to like and subscribe. If you're on Vlare, be sure to like and follow. If you're on Library, be sure to follow and download. Thank you.
In the last tutorial, I showed you how to get started, how to install IntelliJ, and how to make sure the IDE worked. So let's explain to each lines of code. So in the first line here, where it says package tutorial, so a package is, I would call it a Java folder. It's a nice way to keep a bunch of classes in. That's pretty much what package is. So if you if you put a class inside a package, you need to put package tutorial, or else you're gonna get errors. So on to the next line of code. Not line 2, line 3, where it says public class getting started. So this here is a file name. So every Java file, as I mentioned in the last tutorial, is a class. They're called classes. So if you don't put public class in the file name that you created, you won't actually have, you'll get errors. You'll most likely to get errors. And you need public here because there are three kinds of access pointers. I think that's what it's called. I'll talk about that in very future tutorial. So access pointers are public, private, and protected. I'm not going to talk about protected. I'm going to only talk about public and private. Public is literally any other class can you can make use of this class and the functionalities, the functions, or what I call it, the method. In Java, it's called methods. In C++, it's called functions. So I'm gonna talk about methods in future tutorials. So if you make another file called, make another class file, you could make, if it's public, you can make use of that class. If it's private, you can't. So this is why you put public here. And if you put private, this class will not be made use of. And another important thing to mention here is that you run the code inside of the main method. So if you don't run your code, if you don't put in your code inside that main method, nothing will run. You won't have any text that you put printed out to the console. So I'm not gonna mention too much about this here. The only thing I'll mention is what's inside the parentheses. So args is a string array variable. So I'm gonna talk about variables in the next tutorial, and I'll talk about arrays in the future tutorials. But what it does is it's more like a customization in a terminal or command prompt. You could actually put in the class dot main, and then you could put the text here. I never tried it, so this is fairly new to me. So inside of main is you have system.out.println. So this is what allows you to print out text, values, or variables, which, as I said before, I'm going to mention variables in the next tutorial. But you don't have to put in text out to the screen. So you could put in a number here and it's going to output 8. So just give it some time. and it printed out 8. So you don't have to put out texts out to the screen. You can put out numbers, or you can put numbers inside the text, but it would be pointless, wouldn't it? Unless if you want to make a number as part of a text, which I'll talk about it in a future tutorial. So thank you so much. Hope you understand what each line of code does. And one thing to notice, you don't have to put package before you put in a class. So as you see here, I made a test class and I didn't even include a package. So when you go here, I didn't put in package because I didn't create a package. Alright, so I hope this is helpful, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. Bye.